now for a while, and both you and others that are affiliated with the tribe and everything have traveled around the country. I believe you've even been to Houston or Texas for different powwows, but I know you've traveled throughout the country. As a matter of fact, one time I believe you were even in Minnesota. So tell us about how this dance studio is going, and also about your travels on the powwow circuit, because I know you've won numerous contests and everything.
True, very true. Okay, well, I started dancing when I was a younger child. I was always a competitor, and so as I got into an adult age, I wasn't able to participate in sports anymore, and being connected to the Native American circle is a huge part of, not just me, but a lot of Native Americans and a lot of people from any culture. They want to be connected to their own people. They want to know where they're from, and that's why a lot of people have gotten into, their history and their DNA. It's because when you feel connected, then you have a purpose. You have a reason behind it. It's floating around. So we dance competitively, where we compete all over the United States and into Canada. We also do performances all over as well. And it's just kind of like your rodeo circuit, where a lot of the tribes will sponsor a powwow, and they put up prize money, which helps with your traveling expenses, and you win prizes. So being a natural competitor, I wanted to be the best at it. So I trained and have stayed very active in it. And yes, me and my husband have been of championships all over the United States and Canada. And then we moved back to North Carolina. We were living in California, and that, honestly, the location of live, I was having a hard time finding a job. I think a lot of that was because I did have some issues with, on my record, and so that puts you down on the totem pole as far as finding a job in this area. Also, the location. So when I couldn't find a job, I said, well, let me do what feels good, and let me started making outfits for a lot of the Native American youth. This is the Halawaska Pony tribe here. And then the parents started asking me, can you teach my children? Well, at first I was like, I don't know how, you just got to take them to the powwows and they can experience it. But the more I thought about it, I said, you know what? It's a sport. Just like, back I wanted to have a coach. So I started with one student back in 2000, and I think 13 or 14, I got my LLC. Now I have well over 50 students in the area that range from the ages of 3 all the way up to, I have students that are in their 70s. And so I'm just trying to inspire, and I want it to grow, and I want my wellness center that's in the making. I want to start a nonprofit, and I want to be not just me, but anyone that wants to become healthy, they should be able to come to our be able to find a way to get help. Pottery, or if it's art, dance, no matter what it is, if we can't provide it, with an avenue to get there. So I took my name and I and it spells Raven, and so I named it the Raven. A lot of us, you spend multiple, you have multiple things that you keep up to see you. So with that, that's kind of how the name came about. But we're.
And how important do you think wellness is to the Native American community? Like I said, we've been talking to Felicia, and I know that there's been always throughout history there's been talks about how addiction has been a major impact on the Native culture and things of that nature. So I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about that, because I imagine that not just personally, but even among friends, that you've seen how the impacts of addiction can impact folks that are of Native cultures as well as African American cultures and other cultures, just because of the things that you've seen.
Right. Not that we don't need to live in the past, because we need for future. But it is very true that Native Americans, African Americans, have how do I say it? Addiction wasn't part of so kind of newer compared to alcohol affects Native Americans as it does and Anglo-Saxon. Chemically, the DNA makeup, it affects you more. I think that we have sometimes even more addictive behavior, because when you grow up and then you can allow things that have brought us down to, I don't know, use that as an excuse, or I don't really know how to say it, but the genocide and the oppression, it's like they call them generational curses, where even though we didn't experience it at our level, a lot of the atrocities that happened in our history, Native Americans and African Americans still feel the repercussions and the effects of what it did to our ancestors. So addictive behavior can cover up a lot of that pain. But it's healthy and we have a place to get healthy. That's another thing. A lot of times I go into the Native American communities, and I go into inner city communities where there's all different races, and a lot of times we don't have the resources, we don't have the gym, to go to where you can stay healthy and feel camaraderie. So I think that as a people, not just as a Native American per se, but as a human being, it's our responsibility that especially if we've gone through it, then we need to, and we've come out of it, then it's our responsibility to help others come out of it as well. So, with the studio, at this time, we're just catering to Native American dance, but I believe that I'm empowering people just to be a champion, no matter what they want to be. They might not be the next powwow dancer, but the things that I teach them while they're in the studio about being, a leader and making good decisions, those things, they go across the board. So, I'm excited about it. I want to see it grow, and I can't wait until we get a wellness center. I can't wait to go to Texas to see her gym, too.
Absolutely.
I'm coming to Houston.
So, Felicia, tell us about how, like I said, you told us a little bit about how the gym came about and everything, but do you cater across cultures and across different races and income levels, or do you just cater towards a specific group?
No, it's across the board. My youngest is 12. My oldest has been 75. We have a lot of the Hispanic community, the Caucasian community. We are across the board. We don't care. My job is to get you in there and get you healthy. And when you come in, for me, the first thing I ask you is, why are you here? Because I know something else is going on, or I know somebody has referred you, because you have to remember, we are an all-women's gym. Let me say it again, an all-women's gym. And women struggle with so many issues: husbands, children, jobs, careers, church, and they get tired of people pulling them from one end to the next. So when you come in the gym over there, I just left. They're doing bounce fit, and you have yoga going on. And this is a safe place. You might come in there one day, and the older woman is saying, cut that ratchet music off and put some church music on, baby. We need to pray. Because what they're doing is trying to connect with the younger women and let them know that prayer works. And so this is a safe place. I've been in there where I've been training some doctors. And I'll come and go, why are you here? Because I'm finna lay in here and take me a nap before we work out because I'm tired. So I'll shut the door and let them take a nap. It's their safe place. It's our safe place. It's ours. No men are allowed in our gym. Literally, no men are allowed. And so for that reason alone, it is a safe place. It's a safe environment. And you don't have to worry about anybody judging you. You don't have to have fancy clothes on when you work out. It's just that. It's our place.
Wow. Just really quickly, so how did you deal with the whole Me Too movement and everything? Because like you said, you talk about it being a women's gym, and I know that's been something that more women have been involved lately because of the whole Me Too stuff that was going on, whether it was Cosby, whether it was Harvey Weinstein, whether it was whoever. But, for a while there, women were not getting the kind of respect in any of the fields that they should be getting. And I imagine that even in the field of weightlifting and things of that nature, y'all don't get the respect that you should get. So I just wondered if you could share a little bit about how you coped with that as well, because I'm imagining that even in the bodybuilding field that you're not getting the respect that you should.
Well, let me say first thing, I am a woman, an African-American woman that owns a gym. One of the only women in the city of Houston that owns their own standalone building gym. And I am in a male-dominated environment. And when I tell you, when I moved from where I was to where I am now, it was like pulling teeth. I had a few people that was willing to help me with the information that I needed. And so it wasn't so much as anybody physically assaulting or anything like that. It was the freaking behavior. You know, same thing. You know, couldn't get any help. So it was like, I am in an environment that women don't do this. They don't step from behind and become an equal with the brothers that are doing it. And so, although one of the things we talk about in our gym to the younger women, and we make it known, is that the Me Too movement is prevalent, it's here, and we got to deal with it. So stay on your P's and Q's about situations you find yourself in. Don't take the crap. Right? We're just not going to take it because we have stepped from behind the desk, and now we are running things as well. And so for those that are involved in the Me Too movement, I pray for these brothers. I pray for these men that have found it necessary to use this as a tool that has kept women in bondage for so long. I'm one of those sisters that I'm not taking. I'm sorry. I'm a different breed. I don't play. Because I already told you I did dope all my life. You can't hurt me. So you're not going to treat me bad. You're not going to disrespect me because I'm not going to disrespect you. And I am very vocal. I'm going to call you out.
And we need more people like you and everything. I imagine that it's even harder when you're in an area like Houston, because like I said earlier, Houston is just a very interesting city from what I understand, and just Texas in general. I mean, it's the only state that I know that can give us both Beto O'Rourke and George Bush. So like I said, y'all are a different kind of place.
We really are. But you know what? I really believe in a woman standing her ground, not in a nasty way, not in an arrogant way, not in a mean way, but in a loving and kind way. You stand your ground. You're not going to shake me. Listen, my mom used to always say, you're not going to whoop my butt. You're not going to whoop me. So, what we going to do? What we do? So you have to, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
That is very true. Now, if folks are interested in getting a copy of your book, Felicia, how would they get a copy of the book? And also, if you could give them ways that if they're in Houston and they are a lady, how they can get in touch with your gym. Or maybe they're just going to be like Vernon and they're just going to visit your city because they happen to be in the Houston area. So how would somebody reach you? And then the other question I had is, you've made it very clear that this is a women's-only gym, and I commend you on that. But if there's a guy that needs to lose weight or needs to get involved in weightlifting and everything that is not a woman, what are there parent or like sister, or maybe I should call them brother gym, that you are connected with, that you would refer them to if they happen to be in your city?
Absolutely. First of all, the book can be found on Amazon.com or on my website, FeliciaLee.org. The gym in Houston is the Women's Health and Fitness Center. You can call me at 832-453-8600. That's 832-453-8600. And if you're a gentleman out there that is interested in bodybuilding or losing weight, my play brother who raised me in this game has his own gym. He'll be more than happy to walk you through this. We both are competitors. We both have pro cards. Be more than happy to take you where you need to go. You can reach me. The guys can call me as well, and I'll, in turn, hook you up with him. Again, the number is 832-453-8600, and the book is on Amazon.com. I encourage everybody to read the book because there's a part of you in that book. I guarantee you there's a part of you in the book.
And that question I have for you about the bodybuilding and the weight gain and losing weight and everything is, say that I'm in Durham, North Carolina. Y'all are all the way in Houston. Is there ways that somebody that you could help me out here, or would you just refer me to somebody that's got a gym here? Or
no,
is there
honey, we have our own app. What you talking about? What are you talking about? I got my own app. Don't play with me. Do not play. Yeah, the Women's Health and Fitness Center has an app. And let me say this. I purposely don't advertise training men because when I started doing this, men had a hidden agenda. However, I do train men. I have a gentleman that was about 400 pounds when I got with him. He's maybe about 210 right now, and I can train you on my app. Any men, I can train you on my app. The app tells you exactly what to do, how many sets, how many reps. it gives you your breakdown of whatever body part we're working down. You can put